Howdy guys, welcome to the cave. I'm Mark, and you're watching Blue Street Customs. Hey guys, welcome back. Well, finally picked up some more stuff. Takes a bit of time to save up and get the stuff that you need, but we're getting there. So, I've picked up some cement board. Got 2 sheets of it. Now, with everything that's been going on, it's going to be a little difficult. We're going to move things around to be able to do certain things and then remove stuff to be able to continue doing. You'll understand as I go. Now, we've had to move in here because of family issues, so it is somewhat livable, just not finished. But we're working on that. So, like I said, got the cement board. As you notice, there's a 36-inch, 6-inch insulated pipe for the chimney. Now that there's for going through the wall. All right. I'm actually working on putting this wood down on the floor. I picked up a bunch of it to finish off in the hallway. All right. Because we already did that section. So now I'm starting in the new cave. So I get 3 sheets down. Move the fireplace. If you remember, the fireplace was temporarily through the window, was set up on a bunch of blocks. So I took that out. Cleaned all this up. Now, what I'm talking about moving stuff, for one, had to move the fireplace. There was a 10-foot sheet of drywall here, bunch of sticks, bunch of tools that were in the way, an extra bag of insulation. So that stuff all had to be moved so I can clean this up to put my poly down so I can continue my flooring. Well, that 10-foot sheet of drywall, to get it out of the way, I stood it up. So I actually have 1 sheet of drywall. I gotta go up on the ladder and finish screwing up there, but temporarily it's up out of the way. It's done. So I'm going to continue with this over here. Now, I can put down maybe another sheet and a quarter, give or take. Probably a sheet here. Then I have to start moving all of this. Now, I don't know where I'm going to put this wood. I may have to put it outside and cover it so it stays dry. Take my saw and all these tools and everything else, probably put them over there for now to get it out of the way so that I can sweep and continue the wood. Then once that's done, I can take and put the plastic on the floor out here, do this section, and continue through. Now, as you see, we kind of had to move in here, right? So when it comes time to do the drywall in here, all that stuff's got to move so I can drywall this, move all this stuff, drywall that. That's got to move because I'll have to set up the fireplace after I punch a hole through the wall for that insulated pipe, right? So it's a matter of moving things, doing stuff, move it back or somewhere else or whatever. So I've got 2 baseboards hooked up temporarily because I got to take them off to do the drywall. Got another one there. Now, also, through buy and sell on Facebook, I picked up a bunch of laminate flooring. Now, it's nice laminate flooring. Paid $150 for it. I looked it up. It's probably almost $400 worth of laminate flooring. And there is just enough of that to do my YouTube room, which is fine because I'll just stop it here at the doorway, right? And all of this and the hallway, we'll do a different laminate tour, see if we can find more of that one. Now, something else I've also picked up is all the drywall to do the new cave. So I've got all the drywall here. So obviously I'm going to be doing that. Now there's a little bit more there, not much, but there's a little bit more there than what I need to do this room. So all these walls are going to end up covered, right? All the way around. Everything's going to get covered. The floor gets its underlay. The floor is going to have its laminate flooring done. Now, I won't have countertops in here yet because I still got to pick up that wood. But I can empty out my current cave because all that needs to come in here, because now that the mother-in-law and stepfather-in-law are moved back in due to medical reasons and stuff, they moved back in sooner than they were going to. So now that they're back in their bedroom, we're out of that bedroom and in here. It's a mess, but hey, this is what we do for family. There's a lot of stuff in the kitchen, a lot of stuff in the living room that has to end up in the room that I am currently in for doing my YouTube stuff. So my videos in here, once I'm in here, aren't going to be the best, but I'll continue working on it. It's just something you do for family, right? So I just thought I'd show you what's going on, and well, we'll go from there, because once I've got drywall up, I can do all the taping. I've got a pail of mud right there, and today, for an early birthday present, stepson bought me a new drywall hawk and sanding block and some sandpaper to get everything started. So I can do the mudding. I've also got a roll of tape. I think it's over there for the drywall. I got a bunch of cardboard over there to lay on the floor over top of the laminate while I'm doing the drywall and the mudding. So it protects that. So that's where we're at. That's what's going on. And of course, you see I had to move a bunch of stuff from in the living room that I had because they needed a place to put their stuff again, which is not a big deal. I'm more than happy. A bunch of stuff that was in here in this corner and boxes that we didn't need went to storage. Eventually that stuff will all come back. I know I'm rambling on, but I'm trying to give you a sample of what the situation is and why things are going the way they're going. Not just an empty job site, and you know, what's just basically what's going on and what I have to do to work around the current situation. It makes it a little tougher, yes, but it's family. There's nothing more important than family, and you do whatever you can to help family. So if it makes my life a little more difficult or you know, inconvenience to build or do whatever has to be done, so be it. I'm happy to do so. So I will continue putting down some more of this wood, and I'll come back and I'll show you once I've got this floor covered, and we'll go from there. So I'll be back in a bit. Alrighty, so here's where we're at. Got the cement board up, and as you can see, I got the hole through the wall, and my chimney pipe is all hooked up. Also, it is hooked up outside. I don't know if I can show you this. Well, you can see some of it anyways, yep. But anyways, so that's ready to go. I just gotta clean it off. And all the stonework and everything will get done later on. Clean up around it, clean it off. And there'll be tile work done to it later on. So once I get more drywall, well, I'll start drywall in this section and up here. That was just a spare one I had, but hey, I put it up, it's pretty much done. Now the floor in here is done. All right, it's all good to go. And of course, have to keep moving stuff around. But as you can see, hell, look at that. There's drywall going up here. Now, I still got the upper sections to do, which I'm about to start doing right now. As you can see, there's a little bit above the door there and that. And then, of course, a little bit above the window. Now, that gap that you see right there, you won't see that when I'm done. Because what's going on in the wall, and I figured I'm going to save myself some money. Instead of getting 9-foot sheets, which are way more expensive than the 8-foots, and I'd be cutting off some anyway, so I'm wasting. These are 8-foot sheets. Now, what you're going to see here is this is about a 6-inch board. This board is actually going to be nailed along like that, so you won't see that at all. And it's going to go all the way around at that edge, right? Okay. Now also, where the angled ceiling meets the flat ceiling, I'm going to have this again. Now, I'm also going to have, as you see, there's a bit of a gap there. This is going to be also the baseboard. So there'll be a 6-inch baseboard, 6-inch board up there, a 6-inch board there, and that's going to go all the way around. Now, because that's on an angle, I'm going to basically make it like crown molding along the flat edge. So the molding or the board along that edge is all going to be on 45 like you would do as a crown molding. And you'll see that as I get done. Now, around the windows, now remember, this one is going to be on the floor. So there's going to be a 6-inch on the floor, like so, right? 6-inch. Now, right beside the windows, from that board there, the board is going to go from there all the way up the window, like this, right? And all the way up to the top one, right? Then there'll also be probably a slightly narrower one that's going to go from that board all the way to this board, all the way around. Now the door will be the same thing. There'll be one up the edge of the door up to the top part, right? And then there'll be one across the top of the door. So it's going to look like a Wattle and Daub style home. Now, look up Wattle and Daub or timber frame home, and you'll see the look that I'm going for. If I can, at some point in time, I'll try to post a couple pictures here or on Instagram, so go check out the Instagram. But the whole inside and outside of this house, or this addition I should say, is going to be that style. So that's where I'm at. The next thing I'm going to do is, like I said, the top piece. So that 2-foot wide, 8-foot long piece, I'm going to put up there. Now that is 11'6" up there, so it's a high enough ceiling. Working on a step ladder and by myself. That piece, I got to trim it down, but it's going to go up there. So it's coming along pretty good. Now, because this is rough cut lumber, this isn't going to be a perfectly flat wall. There is going to be waves. But being that I'm doing Wattle and Daub style or timber frame home, nothing was perfect back in that era anyways. So there's going to be waves. There's going to be the rough timber. I am going to paint it to make it look like a stucco or the daub part of the home. So my only boo-boo was I mismeasured those holes, and well, there's one down here too. Mismeasured them. Hey, mistakes happen. Fix them as best as you can. Once I'm done with the taping and the mudding, you won't see any of it anyways. So anyways, so I'm going to get back to it, and I'll show you what it looks like when I've got all the upper sections done. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, well, as you can hear, there's an echo. So I've got it all done. That's as far as I'm going to do in this video, but like I said, you won't see that gap when I'm done because there'll be a wide board going through there. I explained that already, but that's all done. You know, we're good to go. Got this side all good, you know. Everything's ready to rock and roll. So I still got 5 sheets left. Yeah, 5 sheets there. A couple little pieces here and there. So probably in the next video, you'll see me take those pieces and probably start doing up and finishing up this section. So, as you can see, fire works good. Everything is nice and safe. Everything's done the way it's supposed to be. I haven't put the stone on the wall, obviously. That probably won't happen until summertime. So once I get some more drywall, then we can start doing this area. But until then, I'm going to keep working on this. Now, once I do the mudding, which will probably be in the next video, I'll get everything all taped and mudded, maybe finished sanded, and then I'm going to start the laminate flooring. Once the laminate flooring is in here, I can start to empty out the other office. Now, I'll be set up oddball-y because I don't have all my countertops in yet. I'm hoping to pick them up maybe next week sometime, and I can start building my countertops. Obviously, things like the paint booth and everything else will have to get built as I go. But at least I can get out of that room and start rearranging some of the other stuff that's kind of scattered all over the place into that room to make more room in other places. Kind of a really oddball situation around here, but hey, we make do with what we got, and we do the best we can. You know, eventually everything will get straightened out the way it should be. So, once the plaster's done, probably the flooring done as well, then I'll do the baseboard heaters, which are kind of sitting right here. And that's got to go out to the shed and clean up a bunch of this stuff, and that'll be the end of that. And then we can bring in the door and start building the door frame for that. Once I got everything else done and out of the way, then I can start cleaning up out here and start putting those sheets down on the floor, because I got to do the hallway piece and all the way along the side of the bed. So, until that point, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can get notified when I post videos. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook. The links will be down in the description. Leave a comment down below. And until next time, later.